Chuck Creekmer, a.k.a. Jigsaw. We in One World Studios here in New York City. Welcoming Nick Cannon of allhiphop.com once again.
Peace, beloved. How you
doing, my brother?
Man, come on, man. I can't complain. Holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane.
Good to have you, man. Definitely, man. You definitely one of the people I salute in real life as well as in the industry.
Appreciate you.
Know what I mean?
Because those are two different things. Let's get that straight.
For sure.
Those are definitely two different things.
For sure. Now I know you're busy, but I want to talk hip hop with you.
Let's talk it.
All right. Now your incredible gang. Let's talk about this incredible gang situation. You got going on.
I'm trying to be the new Quincy Jones out here, man,
okay.
To be honest. I mean, and even, cats I look up to like Dre and Puff and all of those guys who give new artists opportunities but don't let go of the established artists, you know, and they bring it all together on a project. And that's really what we rocking with, to where I feel like Incredible Gang and the first offering we putting out with them is called Model Music. In that sense, it's just a playlist that we created that is like everybody get to shine and kind of make that uplifting vibe music from everything, something for the club, for the runway, for when you getting ready. And that's how we got down, man. So I got everybody rocking with Incredible Gang from, we dropped the first single from Model Music, Dream Girl, that had me, Quavo, Ty Money, Jeremiah on that joint. I got the joint out there right now with Fat Joe and Luke Nasty. But then I got new artists that I've been working with, like this kid, It's a Movie from Atlanta, who's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, me and Zaytoven got an artist by the name of Jeff. He locked down right now. He's sitting down, but he young kid who's a beast with it. So when he get out, hashtag free Jeff.
No doubt.
And then, a female rap group from Chicago called Double D's.
Okay.
Kid the Wiz from New York out here. He Incredible Gang.
He still does a lot of the viral videos, right?
And he make all them beats.
Those beats are high.
Yeah, like he got a new Swiss Beats type vibe to him. Like he got that Swiss Beats energy. And, he's somebody I actually found on America's Got Talent the same way that I found Kehlani on America's Got Talent. So it's like I feel like his future is bright. And then, a bunch of other people we got signed on the project, from Natalie Nicole to the Black Squad. Those are the battle rappers that you see on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
And everybody on there, from Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, Remy, like we getting to it. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a solid project. It's solid work of art, as we call it.
Now the one thing I wanted to get from you is your new song you singing. I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I'm gonna be honest. I was inspired by a lot of the new artists of this generation, as well as like I said, people like her and Kehlani. Those are people who've been in my camp since they were kids.
Right.
And to watch
her
them,
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found her when she was 9 years old.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And like if you go back, like I don't even know if she's revealed her full identity yet.
Nah, it's always hidden.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to be revealing this, but
you can reveal it to us.
Yeah. But it's stuff like, if you check like some of the stuff that I produced for like Nickelodeon and stuff like that back in the day, she was in all of that stuff.
Oh,
yeah. So
you discovered Zendaya.
I wouldn't say I discovered. I didn't discover. But what's funny? The thing about her, Kehlani's, and they're all from the same area and did stuff like that up in the Bay. So like that, it's the Bay Area has always been like a nucleus and an incubation for just like fire artists that really got something to say. And but even going that far, going back to the singing, like I'm a church kid, man. I'm a PK, so I've always had the ability to do it. But I always hit it. I hit the fact that I'm a musician. I could play instruments, and it was just like something like, oh yeah, I could do that too. Or even like on Wild 'N Out, we joke around singing songs, but I've never really like done it, because as an MC, it used to be looked down upon if you were singing. Like you wouldn't be able, your bars wouldn't get taken seriously. But cats like Drake and Tory and them cats changed it to where like, yo, you can still spit. Childish Gambino, all of them cats, like you can do both. And it's funny because I've always done both. And even in my music back in the day, I would do stuff.
Right.
But I remember like my first records and stuff, like a lot of those songs that I would do, whether it was like B2K and all, like I would sing the original hook, but I was like, nah, take my vocals off and let Omarion sing that part. Right. Just because I was trying to be a rapper. I feel like cats like Fabulous and Joe Budden and all them would make fun of me if they heard me singing. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep these bars up. But now it's such a beautiful space where the industry is, where we can allow ourselves to flourish as artists. So you're gonna hear more vocals coming from me. I'm not shocking y'all too much with it, because I think if I just came out singing you know, old Negro spirituals off top, people like, yo, what's going on? But like we gonna dabble and we'll get to the real singing voice eventually.
Now, what do you consider yourself? I know that you occupy a lot of different spaces, from activism to hip hop to, you know, just about everything. Are you like a new modern day Renaissance man?
Hey, I like that term. My first company was actually called Renaissance Man Entertainment.
Okay.
Because people have always given me that title, and I've created terms from, you know, entrepreneur to
I know about that.
Artivist, all of that type of stuff. But
right.
Man, really, I just love being creative.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
doubt.
and I think that's where the art comes from, and however you choose to define it, that's up to you. But you know, hopefully, you know, once it's all said and done, I could say, you know, I affected culture. Yeah. And that's really my goal, man, is to do something for our people and for our community and uplift the culture.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I feel like you're not appreciated enough, man. Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
I appreciate
I be
it.
defending you all the time.
Good luck.
I'm serious with it too.
I'm a topic in barbershop conversation all the time.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
only thing.
sometimes it gets hard on me. I feel pressure. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
see it like this, because I it's like what Jay say, man. Save the accolades, just the dough. And I think, you know, the numbers in my track record speaks for itself. Like, I'm not really worried about riding the wave. I'm trying to be the ocean.
Right.
And you know, who may be the hottest this year, or who's doing something, who's getting all the respect this year. I think when you step back and look at my body of work over the last 2 decades, and hopefully the next 2 decades, you'll be able to be like, yo, that dude came in. And it's funny, like, I even think about cats like Sammy Davis Jr. As much as we revere him and pay respect and homage to him, during his day, he didn't get the credit. Yeah. He called him a sellout, or Uncle Tom, like all of the craziness, because he was hanging with Frank Sinatra and he was a little whatever it was. But when you step out, you realize that's one of the greatest entertainers to ever live.
Absolutely.
But they didn't give him that when he was here. You know what I mean? He had to go through and cultivate that process and deal with all of the hate and all that stuff. I'm one of those, like, man, I'm not really here to change small minds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. So like, everybody who get it, let's rock. But you know, it ain't my job to wake you up.
Okay. Now you have a couple of odes to women. The new song. I don't even want to say the title because I know my daughter's gonna look at this. But but you have
him.
But I was like, Drake dropped a new joint, and I was like, man, Nick Ben did that. And so did Wale even. Like, I mean, quite a few, but I mean, off the top.
Yeah, nah, it's funny, man. It's like really a journey. Like, if you look at the music that I've been releasing lately, first off, I'm in my feelings, you know what I mean? Yeah. But in my feelings in the best way possible.
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
I dropped Dream Girl, and a lot of people thought that was about Mariah or Chili or whoever they was thinking I was talking about. We had fun with it, but I was able to just get some stuff off my chest and be able to be like, yo, I've messed up in the past, you know what I mean? But I'm always respect and honor the woman that I consider my dream girl. And shouts out to Jeremiah and Quavo and everybody who bust that and kind of took it to that level. Then the next step, it was really about getting back to it. We're like, all right, well, now I'm back out here. I'm single. I'm living it up. So Fat Joe, Luke Nasty, we did the Only You joint, but still that old school vibe as a DJ. I got that Surface sample, pulled that out. I was like, yo, that's going to go crazy for the summer. And then the journey was like, it was funny. My grandmother, my 98-year-old great grandmother, started hearing some of the choice words and things and stuff. We had a real, you know, conversation and discourse even, where she was like, I want more from you. I want the grandson that I know. I want your 6-year-old daughter to be able to listen to your music and share those messages. And that's when we came up with the song Motivation. Gotcha. And from there, I put her in the videos. 98 years old, just giving wisdom and beauty and power all in one spot. And then from there, I was like, all right, this is where we at. I got to drop something that's really my feelings, how I feel when I'm in a relationship. So I dropped the F Him trilogy. Right. and we just dropped the first one. It's called F Him. The next one is F Him 2. And then the third and final one of the trilogy is To Whom It Concerns, still F you. But it's like, but once you see all three of them together, you'll see the story. So it's kind of like I'm paying respect to the cats like Usher, who did Confessions, who R. Kelly, who did Trapped in a Closet. But this is really like going throughout my personal life and dealing with relationships, how it happens for me. So you'll be able to see the story grow, and then, you know, we're doing a little short film around it as well that will show the whole process of the song. So it's something different, man. I feel like as an artist, as someone who is a content creator, I'm giving the people something different. It's a unique offering in that sense of where it's entertainment, it's art on many different platforms.
Talk about, you know, activism is strong to me as well. Like I represent that. I live it. I walk it. I talk it.
100%.
You been doing the same.
That. Yeah.
Talk about how that fits into the whole spectrum. I mean, you give back on several different levels. Kids. You do the videos.
Yeah. You do the spoken word. But you know what? It's a way of life, man. Take entertainment out of it 100%. I come from a family of community activists, community leaders, from whether it's the church or to just, you know, the people I grew up with who, you know, whether my family with the Panthers, or, you know, just a lot of motivational speakers and encouraging people in the community that I've been a part of for so long. So it's always been embedded in me that too much is given, much is required, to build up your own, to take control of your own narrative, to not be educated or schooled by the same system that enslaved us, and to expect success from that. You know, so that's just been in me, and therefore whatever I'm doing, whether I'm on Nickelodeon or NBC, I'm always live that. You're gonna see that from me. You gonna and even when it's been hidden and people try to mask it, I'm gonna always let that shine through. So now that I have even more platforms, and actually even going back to Howard University, shouts out HU, you know,
the gang, the other gang,
Mecca, we out here. But now they've given me a platform, and now I have an institution on my back. Now I can stand on the shoulders of all those alumni and all those great people who walked the halls from Frederick Douglass to Stokely Carmichael, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
And I'm in there, and now I have the opportunity, as I major in criminology and legal communications, that I'm in these incarceration facilities, and I'm learning, I'm facilitating, empowering, and being inspired by all of these people as we try to figure out these systemic issues from the inside out.
Okay, no doubt.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor for the fans?
Let's get it.
I keep getting that. Well, I've been asked by several people. Can you explain the turban?
My crown.
Your crown.
The Death Star, or whatever you want to call it. It's funny, man. It comes from spiritual understanding. You know, I've been doing a lot of searching and researching and studying over the years. You know what I mean? And it really comes from a place, like, I wasn't ever trying to make a fashion statement, but because I'm a fashionable guy, it kind of turned into that. But I was really studying Sikhism and Moorish science and understanding that, you know, and all of this it's this henotheistic like vibe of like, it's not monotheism, but it's this idea of understanding the God within and the power of what true sovereignty means. And like, not to get too deep, but sovereignty just means to be self-governed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to worry about what society or what others deem to be fly or even safe, because what people don't understand, when in the Sikh community, the men who wore turbans were the security, were the protectors, because they understood that they were self-governed and had this inner power and this inner peace. And the same thing with the Moors, the same thing with the Israelites. Everything that I've been studying, there's this commonality of self-power and self-acceptance and guarding your third eye. So as cosmic as that can sound, at the end of the day, I took on that. Like, look, I'll be that guy when everybody may want to laugh at it or point fingers, or even especially in today's society, because for whatever reason in America, when you see somebody with a turban on, everybody, they think terrorist or you know, Taliban or all of that crazy stuff. And it's like, well, you know what, let me go ahead and embrace it in a way. And it actually takes you back to those times where, you want the golden ages of hip hop, the times that I love, when you saw whether it was
Andre.
Even before 3000 was
Right.
doing it. I go all the way to Tribe and De La, and Brand Nubian. Queen Latifah used to rock the crown. You know what I mean? Like there was this self-empowerment, righteous movement that was going on that I feel like we getting back to right now, to where, you know, we seeing the pride in Africa and our culture, and understanding that we come from kings, and that's all I've been trying to convey for the past few years. And you know, I accept all of the jokes and all the what's wrong with his head? It's something like, yo man, it's really my crown and about my sovereignty.
Okay, dope. Now there's a you know, hip hop is over 45 years old now at this point, right? Or in around 45, and maybe more depending on who you talk to.
Depending on where it started at.
Right now, there's this generational thing going on. I don't know if it's even generational, but it's definitely ideologies that are clashing throughout in hip hop.
I love having this conversation, man.
So let's talk about it a little bit. What's your position on it? You've been someone who's been successful in navigating those waters for many years and still relevant.
It's so funny too, man, because one, let's just establish it. It's a real culture.
Right.
And it's shown that to be that, because even with culture we can document how it has affected the world. You know, the hip hop culture has probably changed this generation and inspired this generation more than any other culture ever, and it has allowed us to kind of come all together. But to be able to be a cat, like I remember being the young cat who knew all about the education and who knew all about the history. So I was always up on, you know, Cold Crush and you know, Furious 5, Grandmaster Flash. Like, even though I was a kid and sometimes not even born with some of that stuff, like I studied Beat Street. I studied Wild Style. Like, we got the term Wild Style, Wild Style. All that, like that's culture. That's the elements of hip hop. Being able to sit with KRS-One and, you know, our forefathers of this game. And then now to be somebody who's considered, you know, I ain't gonna say an OG, but at least a G who's been able to, you know, survive and kind of even move the culture forward. I love everything that the new generation is doing, but I wish our culture gave more respect and reverence to the ones who came before us, because there's no other culture that doesn't respect and honor the trailblazers, the purveyors. You know what I mean? We need a Mount Rushmore of hip hop in a way. Like these young people need to understand who KRS is, who Slick Rick is, who Rakim is, who Big Daddy Kane is. Like they think it's cool to be like, oh, Tupac wasn't nothing, Biggie wasn't nothing. Why does that, like, even in gang culture, you don't never down talk the OGs. You know what I mean? That's likelihood to have you missing. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some type of order. So I encourage every young person, keep doing what you're doing, keep being yourself, keep being different. Don't let these old heads talk down to you. But give respect and honor and respect your OGs. I mean, that's just solid stuff right there.
My thing is also that we need to acknowledge that the older guards have to respect the young
100%.
Because I see a lot of bashing. I don't like the bashing because I think that as children do, they rebel. You know what I mean, in a way that's not productive.
But what's crazy, like, to me, I guess because I'm in it, everything that some of the older generation who don't get it, you sounding old when you say you don't get it. But I'm just letting you know right now, my G, you're not fly when you talking bad about the youngsters. You just look old. So if you ever talk about mumble rap or this ain't real music, you sound like your granddaddy. That's what. But to say all of that, it really is, I don't think they're listening, because these young people actually saying some stuff, like, and they actually living the culture and living for a way. Tell me one rapper that was so gangster that they would get their rap name tattooed on their face. like you really living the culture when you got your. I would never put Ike Turn Up across my face. Like I couldn't do it as much as I love it. So
permanent is can get.
Yeah, so like everything.
Committed.
Yeah, with the colored hair, with the even cats like Kodak Black, where people like, what he talking about? Like, yo, he's living it. He's living, and he actually, if you listen to what Kodak's saying, if you listen to what Triple X saying, if you listen to what these famous decks, they actually saying some stuff. They talking about where they coming from, but they're just communicating with their generation.
No doubt.
So I love it. I think they're doing a lot more than just mumbling. I think they actually live in that culture in a real way.
Let's talk real quick about you as an actor
and
you in this current day where, you know, YouTube, I know you've done YouTube and streaming, and you have multiple platforms now to do your thing on. How do you fit in your companies?
Man, this is an amazing time in entertainment and an amazing time to be a creative. We got everything from Black Panther and Get Out that just are uplifted and exalted on such a high level. You know what I mean? For Black Panther, it's gonna be the highest grossing movie in history. It's already it's number 3, right?
Sunk the Titanic.
It's sunk the Titanic, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna trump Avatar and all of that soon. So whatever, shouts out to Wakanda. But and even like Get Out, to be, you know, to see Jordan Peele on the stage holding that Oscar for something he wrote, you know what I mean? Like there's that level, and then there's the level of seeing people online blogging, vlogging, getting paid, providing for their families in their bedroom, just turning on the camera. Like, look at that level of creativity and entertainment. You can operate on this level and provide for your family. You can operate on this level. There's no barriers. And for one of the hottest artists in the game to have started off, you know, Instagramming or talking, and now to be and to now to be hosting SNL and the Tonight Show, for cats to just be getting rich off of SoundCloud and like it's amazing. Like, think about the level of the TV shows, from Insecure to Atlanta to Wild 'N Out. Like, it's all different. So I say that to say we're a true culture. In the same way that rock and roll was stole from us and turned into a whole different kind of culture and broken up into different pieces, you had punk rock, you had alternative rock, you had new wave rock, you had heavy metal, and like hip hop is the same way. Like, now we have different genres and level of entertainment. You can have intellectual hip hop, you can have fun dance hip hop, you can have silly hip hop, you can have hip hop that actually changes and moves the needle. Like, so I'm just excited for our culture, man. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time, and even myself as an artist, as an actor, there's no barriers, man. I could do something silly on Nickelodeon one day and then go do a serious independent film the next day, and it's received all the way around. So I think this is probably one of the greatest times to be alive and to be an entertainer and to be an artist. So I'm just embracing it and trying to get as much of it as I possibly can.
Okay. Last question. Can we get your top 5 dead or alive?
Woo! Yeah.
But you know what? I gotta ask it again.
Oh man. No specific order, right?
Wait. We gotta take out Pac, Big.
How you got? But you know what's crazy? Big's not in my top 5.
Oh, okay. Well, explain that and then proceed.
And people gonna hate me for this, but so let me, because I love this conversation. We can do this all day long.
Okay.
One thing I will say, as a sidebar and a disclaimer, the best hip hop album to ever be created is Life After Death.
Debatable.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. You can't debate this. 23 tracks. 21 of them are hit records. There has never been an album with more certified hits. Like, because some people say All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me, great album. Actually, I think it was like somewhere 26 or 27 tracks. We know about 5 of them joints. That, you know what I mean? Shouts out to Pac. Love them to death. But the way they put, because it's a double album, every song, from going back to Cali, 10 Crack Commandments, More Money, More Problems, whatever, you know, every song, Story to Tell, Sky's the Limit, every single song is a hit record. We know the words to every single song, and to be that, numbers don't lie, to have that many. So I don't care what anybody says.
Nobody.
There is no album better than, I'm gonna tell you. And the influence, because I'm giving respect and reverence to the influence of Big E and that Bad Boy movement. To say all of that, It's not in my top 5 MCs.
Okay, so let's get the
And the only reason why is because, one, we only got 2 albums from our brother. One of them is the greatest album ever created. Another one is great too.
Yeah.
You know, so 2 great albums.
Right.
But, you know, unfortunately, you know, and tragically, he was robbed from us. Yeah. So that, and because the only way, because to me, this is my criteria for the list. It's lyricism. Okay. It's flow. It's I'll call it numbers. It's the statistics, sales, and all of that type of stuff. Okay. Then to actually substance is to actually say something. Okay. And then clearly microphone command, delivery. Right. That's my 5. That's what you got to be on my top 5. Biggie had a lot of those, but to me, he slowed. The slow flow is remarkable. Right. Lyricism, and that's the only. How do you define a lyricist? That's the only thing. Like, I need something to be now. And the people that I'm about to name off, Biggie's definitely in my top 5. He may even be number 6. He's just not in my 5. Okay. So my 5, Pac is number 1. All right. Because he checks all of those boxes for me. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. All right. Then, contrary to popular belief, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it to the slim one. I gotta give it to Marshall Mathers. Oh, okay. I got, that's what I said. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. All of those. So no hard feelings, no at all. Okay. One of the best to ever do it. Like I said, he's number 2. I'm going in the air. All right. So you wanted to battle him, but I still do. Okay. I most likely I'll lose, but he getting low. He getting low. Oh, he gets soft around the middle. I can get in there. He not as quick as he used to be. But definitely one of the best to ever do it. Yeah. And then Jay. Right. I gotta go Jay. Okay. And then for me personally, a lot of people might debate this one. I'm gonna go Andre 3000. Oh, nice. Yeah. No argument. And then I'm gonna go Slick Rick. Hey, that's my 5. That's a beat. That's a 5 for you. Like, so, and that's the only reason, like, I wish I could put Big in there, but if I only got 5, that's my 5 right there. Okay, salute. Yeah. All right, man, any final words, any last things you want to tell the people? Man, just keep it incredible. You know how we do. I mean, look out for more music, more entertainment, Wildin' Out Season 12, the tour. We're going to be on the road. Wildin' Out Sports Bar opening up, the first one. Okay. Memorial Day weekend. Wait a minute, Yeah. Give me the full scoop on that. Man, I'm all about, diversifying my portfolio. Yeah. It's many platforms. Wildin' Out has been a brand that's been established in the culture for decades. So now we're going to really get that bag, man. It's something that, so you're going to see the merchandise. You're going to see the tours continue. We sold out, all over the country last year, and we're coming back again for the arenas this year. But then more so, it's always been a dream of mine, man, to have, brick and mortar, to have a place where you can be like, I'm about to go down to the Wildin' Out. And we going after that Hooters and Dave and Buster's money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be arcades. Everything you see on the show, the mechanical bulls, the Wildin' Out girls serving you chicken wings and tacos, it's going to be turned up. So the first one we got is right there on South Beach, Memorial Day weekend. And then San Diego, that's the crib. Hollywood, of course, New York, Atlanta, we opening Wildin' Out sports bars all over the country. Come rock with it. Man, I gotta salute you. Yeah. All right, bro. My man, peace, beloved. Yeah.